How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Just walking out of Home Depot here. That van right there, I was walking out, I saw the back door open. My heart started racing and everything sank. I was like, who's in my van? Not Lucky. Lucky's right there, so. That was weird. I should know my van better than that. But anyways, the last video, I installed my very fancy ceiling fan. was I lost for words there? What is that thing? Which now means I can cook in Lucky properly. Like, I've done some cooking, frying in the pan and like cooking beef for tacos and whatnot. But tonight we're gonna get to my, I guess you would call, signature dish. And we're gonna cook a real home cooked meal. That didn't roll off the tongue. But yeah, let's go find a place to park and make some food. All right, and here we are. So my signature dish is chicken enchiladas. What I'm doing now is just prepping all of the ingredients. The ingredients that you will need are as follows. So obviously I had tortillas on hand. The Swedish berries are completely optional. They were just new and caught my eye. Oh, I almost forgot. It's a Mexican dish, of course. Margarita. Cheers. Probably should have given it a little bit of a shake. So I discovered this recipe on, I guess, the Philadelphia cream cheese website, because that is the like star ingredient of this dish. I don't know why I was just hanging out on Philadelphia's website. That's weird. But I've been making it since about 2009. And for those that know me like really well in my personal life, they know that chicken enchiladas is like Matt's thing. Even more so than tacos. It's just a little bit more of an elaborate dish. And now that we've got the ceiling fan in, I can actually cook it because there's a little bit more to it than any other meal I've done so far. And I'm also going to be making, where is it? Not Pop-Tarts. Some Mexican rice to go along with it. I love this Old El Paso stuff. I think it's the best version of this. There's a lot of different brands that you can get that are Mexican rice. This is the best one. The recipe is actually for 8 enchiladas, so like an entire package of tortillas. Obviously, there goes a bottle of propane. Obviously, I don't need 8. I am just one man. Although I have been known to pack away 4 at a time. We're not going to do that today. The jalapeno pepper is optional. I'm now realizing that I completely forgot to get garlic. Come on! Oh, and I picked up some yellow corn tortilla chips. Not a necessity, but I'm going to have some salsa left over, clearly. So these will probably go quite nicely. As a matter of fact, yep, I approve. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do, and I did this when I was cooking this in Sticks and Bricks, is prep everything first. Get the veggies chopped up. So I got the onion done. I hope that drove everybody crazy who said that I need to get lessons on how to chop onions. Y'all just need to calm down. I will chop onions however I want. And now I'm gonna dice up the red pepper. I am only gonna use half, maybe not even half, probably just, yeah, that much of the red pepper. Because again, I'm just gonna be making 2 enchiladas for myself. Now when it comes to the rice, obviously I can't just make half a box. I'll just make the whole box of rice up and keep it for leftovers, that's fine. I got my daughter tomorrow, so leftover rice and some leftover chicken breasts, because I can only find chicken breasts that come in a pack of 3. I'm only gonna be using 1 chicken breast for myself for the 2 enchiladas. So obviously my daughter and I are having chicken and leftover rice tomorrow. That's not so bad. Now, when it comes to the veggies, with the red onion, I got a really small onion and I like onion. So I'm just using the whole bloody onion. I don't recommend you do this, especially if you're Aaron the DJ. It'd probably really upset you. And the jalapeno is definitely an option. It wasn't even in the original. I think there was cilantro in the original recipe. Ugh. You can have your soapy plant. Thank you very much. Yeah, the more diced up they are, the absolute better. And when it comes to the jalapeno, some people, I mean, if you're going to opt for it, I recommend coring it out, like cutting it in half and then scraping out the inside part, because that's the way the spices are. I don't care. I'm just going to use the whole thing. I can be a bit of a savage when it comes to that. I can also be a bit of a baby when it comes to these spices, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing. Act macho, act macho. I like it. I know a lot of people are opposed to this kind of spice. See, like I still got a really small jalapeno, but now that I'm seeing it all cut up, I'm thinking I'm going to regret this, but whatever. You only live once. Drink your margarita. Okay. So veggies, we're just going to set those aside. I'm using my sink sort of a receptacle right now that I'll just empty into the trash when I'm done. So now, when it comes to this chicken, I don't have ways of completely sanitizing my hands, so it's a good thing that I've got these fancy gloves from my oil change. Ha! Okay. We got our chicken. It's funny, at this point I don't know if I'm gonna do a St. Patty's Day video. I've been toying with the idea, and I've been trying to like nail down the Irish accent, which I'm just not as good at, and I've just been doing the Russian accent far too much that it just keeps coming out no matter how hard I try. It's kind of funny. You just go talking and then it just comes out. You'll be a Russian guy making, oh look, you've been cord hanging in the way of screen entire time. That's great. Please pinch up there and get out of frame. Oh, that's horrible. We need higher production budget. Good grief, man. It's just easier to do than an Irish accent. And then get out the chicken breast that we will be using, and that's a really small one. You know what? I'm gonna swap it out. That'd be a good size. That's big for my daughter, but it's too small for Matthew's enchilada. Yuck. Chicken over there. Let's get rid of that. What's the matter, Penny? You don't like the wind? I used to be a really picky eater, and like the chunkier my food was, the more it would like turn me off of it. And that's definitely changed as I've gotten older, but this is just something I've always done with this dish, so whatever. Somebody might say, why don't you just get ground chicken then? But I find that stuff tastes far different. I don't know why. Might be me. I'm all that matters when it comes to my opinion. Okay. We need, what do we need? Separate bowl for chicken. Just to be organized. Like, that's another reason I don't cook like this all the time. Like, this is a dish that's going to create a lot of dishes. It always did, and it will still just in the van. Maybe I'll find different ways of doing it. I probably could have just left this on the cutting board, but I kind of like to clean as I go. So that's what I'm going to do. I didn't want to just set the cleaning board aside. Yuck. Okay. So chicken over there. Then let's just stay on top of this. Oh, I can't touch the spray bottle or we'll get chicken gizzards all over it. So let's go like this and spray. Get the knife over here. Vinegar kills all the chicken biotics. Thank you, vinegar. Maybe we just get rid of the chicken glove. Yeesh. There we go. Clean the knife. All right. So that's pretty much it for prep. If I was doing this for 8 people, like the regular size, I'd cut up the brick of cream cheese as well in preparation. But since I didn't get a brick, I just got like the little container of cream cheese. I figured it'd be easier for me to store in the cooler than the brick that comes in like the tin foil wrap or whatever. Yeesh. All right, so first things first, let's get our rice going because it takes about 20 minutes for rice to cook. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. And what I'm gonna do is, since I don't have the little satellite burner that goes with my stove and it's just a 1-burner stove, I do have the pot attachment for my jet boiled Java. So that's what we'll be doing the rice on. This guy going. Look at that. That over here, that's gonna be real loud. Sorry about it. I did not think this through, but it's a good thing we've got this fan going now with all this moisture that's gonna be in the air. All right, so now we can start the chicken enchiladas. I just need a little bit of oil. I found my cap, for those that remember that epic nonsense. I think it's like a 1/4 tablespoon or something like that. Obviously just reduced a little bit for my purposes, but meh. Let's check up in our rice. Check up in our rice. Check on our rice. Oh, there's lots of moisture here. Maybe we should turn the fan up just a touch because we can. Let's stir. And let's use our fancy wooden spatula to do everything. So we're gonna put the veggies in. Very good. That's a nice sizzle right off the hop. But look how pretty that is. Oh, it smells so good. As soon as it hits the pan. If it had that garlic in it, it'd be that much better. Oh, buddy. I am so happy I can do this sort of cooking in here now and not worry about like dying. That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna add the chicken in. That was very like official of me. All right, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna add the chicken in. There's the chicken. It's now in the pan. And I think to be on the safe side, this is like, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, just till all the chicken's nice and white. The next step will be the cream cheese. I have no idea. This is 340 grams. I'm pretty sure the bricks are 250 or 260 grams or something like that. I'm just gonna eyeball this till it looks like something that's delicious. Cream cheese. Oops. Maybe a little more, because I had a long week. It is Friday right now. Or man, this is always something you have to do. Like even if it's the brick, you gotta save a little piece and just really be a savage. Yeah, that's a dangerous game to start playing. I can already tell, I think I'm gonna want a little bit more in here. I don't know. If I was doing this with the 2 to 3 chicken breasts and the 8 tortillas, I would just put the entire package of the fajita seasoning in. I think that'll be a little bit overkill for this amount. Getting really windy outside. So again, I can't give exact measurements with this. You could use any Mexican spice you want. I just prefer the fajita. Hi, Penny. That's probably good. And where's my cumin? Ah, got to bring it all the way over. A little bit of cumin. Very good. Oh, and then this step is also when you want to add your salsa, which is, we opened it and had a chip. Where the heck did I put it? Oh, there it is. 1/4 cup. And this is where you get some of your moisture back in, which is really nice. And a little bit more color too. It's going to turn a nice sort of orangey pink color here with all of the spices and the salsa. And last step, while it's on the stove, is your 1/4 cup or so of shredded cheese. I'm just gonna, again, like everything else, eyeball this, and I'm a cheese fiend. And as we all know, since I'm doing this, you have to do this. And try not to drop any on your bed. Or not too much anyway. I really like this part because when the shredded cheese starts to melt, it gets really stringy, and you can just tell it's getting nice and gooey, and it's just turning into that perfect filling. Gosh, I love these. They're so good. Because again, this could probably fill 3 or 4 for sure. Yeah, 4 for sure. You could do something like that. Right. 1, well, it's a little bit much, right? But whatever. It's okay. Just gonna let this cook a little bit. Oh, buddy. Okay. Clean up a bit so we don't have stuff flying all over the place. Put our garlic powder back and our cumin back. Very, very nice. We've got a little bit of time, so we're gonna have another chip with some salsa as our appetizer. Guacamole goes really well with this too. I've made homemade guac to go with this dish, and it's delicious. And I don't like avocados. You know what would ruin this dish? Mushrooms. I'm not even sorry, Aaron or Rebecca. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see how much I can just cram in here and make these real fat. Like this. I'm a hungry boy tonight. It's fine. I'm excited to like perfect this in the van. That'll be super fun. Now I've got these. Now what I normally do is I put all 8 in like a glass 9 by 13 casserole dish, like a shallow casserole dish. line them all up like little soldiers, drizzle the enchilada sauce over top of them, and then put some shredded cheese on top. I don't know how the heck I'm gonna do this in here. I think what I'm gonna do, because I don't have a lid for my cast iron. No, Stella, you stay away from my enchiladas. We're gonna have a mess to clean up later. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little oil in the pan. Then I'm going to just sort of coat the pan with it. And then we're just gonna heat this sucker up, turn the fire off, put the enchiladas in, and then put a plate over top. That's the plan. Let's see what happens. We're going to open this, put an enchilada in. Oh no, please don't ruin my enchiladas. That in. Drizzle it with some enchilada sauce. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Enchilada sauce, as much as you want. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I'd say that now. These are gonna stick to that. Cheese, lots of cheese on top. Put this back on. I don't think it's gonna take 15 minutes. I haven't had these in so long. I think the last time I think I made these at Christmas time at my cousin's, because I had never made them for Lindsay. And I had my daughter over on Christmas Eve. I think that's what I did. I think that was the last time I had these. Enchiladas here. It's not gonna be based on how well the cheese is melted, which that's looking pretty darn good. The nice thing about the oven is the ends of the enchiladas usually tend to crisp up quite nicely in the oven. All right, good old dollop of sour cream over here. Oh, they didn't stick at all. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Oh. Okay, so I'm also learning that that plate is just not big enough, but that's okay. Some of this onto the plate because I like taking some rice and enchilada and sour cream in one bite. Yeah, that's a lot of leftover rice, unfortunately. Oh, look at that. What do you think, Stella? Looks pretty good to me. Okay, getting used to them. They're a little bit more floppy than they're in the oven. That's as expected. A little bit of sour cream. Yeah, that's a big bite. I'm a savage. Here we go. Oh my goodness. That is so good. Heck yeah. Okay, I'm very happy now. That's amazing. Oh, this is my favorite meal. I mean, I say tacos always are, but I think it's just my version of Mexican, hands down. That's it. I guess I could turn the fan on. Well, the rice is still steaming. I guess I'll leave the fan on a little bit. We could probably turn it down a bit. That is it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm very happy to finally have been able to do this. This was like a goal of mine for a long time, at least in the sense that I knew whenever it was I was going to get the ceiling fan, that this was the meal I was going to do. So huge, huge, huge shout out to Kathy. Thank you so much for your generous donation of this amazing part of my tiny home living. You're an angel, and I appreciate you, but you know that. And as for everybody else, I appreciate you all just as much. And until the next one, you guys go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. And let me know if you decide to make this how you like it. I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay, a couple of footnotes here right before we actually end the video. Did all the dishes. This was the hardest one with the rice in it. But all of those dishes, I think it took me longer to clean them than it did to cook the entire meal. So I'm saying this now, this meal is going to definitely be a special occasion meal when it's in the van, or I may just save it to do when I'm a visitor at a family members or friends Sticks and Bricks, because damn. And also, you probably saw the inclusion of these crimpers that I picked up at Home Depot. No, you probably do not need these in order to make enchiladas. But I was at work the other day using my wire strippers and crimpers that I have, these guys, and my boss saw me using them and he said, Matt, I want you to go out and get yourself a pair of these, and I want you to take these and I want you to chuck them in the bush. Well, buddy, this one's for you.
Das Vidanya, comrade.
you in Russia, you don't have high production budget, unfortunately. You work with what have, so cord hang there. Cord charging lights so you can see face. I don't know.